this. Is there some shame attached to it?
When I talk about it, I just feel embarrassed.
Hurt people hurt people. It's a judgment on them when someone's treating you that way. Does that make sense?
Yes, I never thought about it like that.
We're back with Emily. So right now, you're supporting yourself, which I really admire. What kind of other stuff do you want to be able to do? What kind of, if you could get a dream job, what do you think it would be? What do you think you would want to be doing?
Becoming a CDL driver.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
That's cool. That's pretty unique.
You know, because they make good money, and
They do.
being able to travel while working is great, and I want to take my kids on the road with me.
You've thought about this.
Yes, I have.
It also pays really well.
Yes, it
really
does.
does pay really well. So right now you've been getting some help too. So let's get into the real a little bit, because you've worked very hard, but also you're getting help. So you're on some different government stuff that helps you as well.
Yes.
And I want people to hear about this because they know somebody who is or isn't as well. So what kind of assistance or government help do you get?
Right now, I have supportive housing.
Okay.
They pay all my bills, my rent, and all my utilities. They also help with clothing for my kids, food for them, food for myself, hygiene products. They help with a lot of things. I'm also in a youth program that helps with my phone bill, my Wi-Fi bill, medical issues. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of support right now.
When you talked about your dreams and the things you wanted, you had this huge smile on your face, and then when I talked about the help you were getting, you went like this. Is there a little bit of you that wishes you weren't getting that help? Is there some shame attached to it?
When I talk about it, I just feel embarrassed because I feel like people might think like you're getting all this help and you just can't get up and get a job.
Yeah. You've had some people speak some negatives into your life before, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's okay. They were wrong, by the way. Hurt people hurt people. And so when people are projecting pain onto you, if you can remember this the rest of your life, it's really difficult too, because you want to get right back at them, right? But when someone's giving you pain or hurt, it's a judgment on them when someone's treating you that way. And you can I've almost gotten to the point in my life, and by the way, I'm not immune to this either. People can say bad things to me too. I actually feel sympathy and empathy to think you've taken time out of your life and your day to spend that time thinking about me and saying something negative about me. What kind of pain or how bad do they must feel about themselves in order to do that to you or me. Does that make sense?
Yes, I never thought about it like that.
Yeah, they're really hurted than you give yourself credit for, by the way. So take me through, you want to travel, you want vacations, you want those things in your life. Has there been a point where you were the lowest, though? Was there a point where, you know, at any point the last 3 or 4 years, you're like, I'm just going to give up on all this stuff. I'm not even going to try. Or have you always had this, I'm gonna make an effort type attitude?
Before I had my kids, I was like, I'm gonna give up. There's really no point. You know, I have all the support in the world. I don't have to really do nothing, so I could just leave my life away. Then my kids came.
Yeah, your kids. This interesting connection with you I'm trying to kind of get to, because you have this light about you. Like, I smile when you smile, right? People, we're always putting energy onto people. You have great energy.
Thank you.
You have successful energy. You have a happy energy about you. Yet, you've said, sometimes I just didn't show up to work. Like, I got up and I just didn't go. What would cause you those mornings not to go to work?
If I'm running late, then I won't go.
Okay.
If I wake up like tired, or if I wake up sad, I feel like there's no point of going, because then I might ruin everybody else's day.
So because you think you're going to ruin everybody else's day?
Yeah, like if I come into work with negative energy, mad with attitude, then people are going to sense that and they're going to be mad with attitude for no reason because I came in.
But your choice then to do that, let's think about this for a minute. Your choice to do that is then to lose the job, right? So if I'm running a place, would I rather have somebody there who, you know, may not bring their A game every day, or someone who literally no-shows and then I have to replace, right? So those choices. See, I have this thing about you. I actually don't think you lack motivation. And I don't even think, this is funny from a guy who's known as a motivator, but I'm not even so sure motivation every single day is that important of a deal. I don't think the separator in life is how motivated or inspired we are every single day. Is that crazy? I think the separator is what we do on the days we're not. The most successful people are not motivated all of the time. Okay? They find motivation, they find inspiration, but they have habits and disciplines and rituals they do daily that override their emotions. If we're governed in our life by our emotions, we're going to have a lot of ups and downs in our life. But if we're governed by our habits, that's a whole different thing. And so we're going to talk about that.
They weren't there for me mentally like I wanted them to be.
You're amazing, you're beautiful, you're smart, you're successful. You didn't hear a lot of that, did you?
No, not at all.
Did you hear any of that?
Not really.
Yeah. You know why? So, let me ask you this. Are you a good mom?
Yes.
Why? What makes you think you're a good mom?
Well, because I'm there for them. I'm always there for them when they're crying, when they're not crying, when they're laughing, when they're not laughing, when they're happy, when they're hungry. I'm always there for them.
Was your family not like that for you?
No, they were just present because they had to be there, because if they weren't there, they'll get in trouble.
Yeah.
But they weren't there for me mentally like I wanted them to be, and like how I am with my kids.
Yeah. You know why?
No, I don't know why.
You're the one. When you're a parent, a lot of things with our kids are caught, not taught. They watch. These little eyes are watching you. And they're watching to see how happy mama is. Is mama really happy? Is mama getting up and doing what she needs to do? And so just realize this, they're watching you constantly. And by the time they're about 7 or 8 years old, they figure it out. They don't express it, but they know. And all they want, you know, when they get a little bit older, you're going to go to their little recital at school, or, you know, they bring home a report card, or you're going to go to one of their sports games. You'll see all the kids there. But you know which kids you'll watch the whole time?
Mine.
You'll watch yours. Right now, even if you take them to a playground, right? There's all the kids. You see yours.
Yes.
And you have to remember something. All they see
It's me.
is their one mama.
Thank you.
You're the one. You're the one. And I'm going to help you become the one. I think what you're dealing with is totally normal. I also think it's pretty normal for your age. And I think people watching this a lot of times, we're our own worst critic in life. And I'm looking at this woman right here, and you know how you're getting help and your shoulders shrugged when you were saying you're getting help. Do you want to have that help the rest of your life, or do you want to be independent?
No, I want to be independent.
Yeah, and watch how you did it. It's interesting when you watch even. No, I want to be independent. And I know you do. So I don't think there's any shame in getting help in life, by the way. I think there's some shame in staying in it forever and not breaking the cycle and not being willing to do things in order to change our life. Because life doesn't just happen when we think things. And I think it's this negative belief you have about yourself that's causing you not to get up some mornings. This negative belief you have about yourself that's causing you to think someone's talking bad about me and what my hair looks like today. And maybe they have, but I doubt most of the time they are. I mean, I can tell you right now, there are people watching you like, I'm watching a young woman here with a ton of potential. I'm watching a woman who's overcome a lot. I'm watching a woman who loves her children. I'm watching a woman who's already got kind of a dream that she's... Do you know how many people your age have no idea what they want to do? Absolutely no idea. And by the way, that's okay at certain ages too. But you already kind of know. You didn't even hesitate. I said, what do you want to do? He said, I want to drive. I want to do this. Why? Well, I could take my kids with me. I could travel. I could have experience. Like, that's a sense of direction already in your life. The most powerful thing in the world is to live a life consistent with how we perceive ourselves, our identity. And unfortunately for you, you weren't raised where people were pouring belief into you. Is that a safe thing to say?
Yes.
That you're amazing, you're beautiful, you're smart, you're successful. You didn't hear a lot of that, did you?
No, not at all.
Did you hear any of that?
Not really.
Yeah. So because of that, our beliefs about ourselves are formed when we're young. And we're defenseless, by the way. Right? So we start just believing these things about ourselves. And then as we get older, we begin to reinforce and prove to ourselves what they told us is right. And then we find ourselves on a Wednesday morning going, I don't know why I really didn't go to work this day. I can't really explain why I didn't go. I didn't wake up feeling very good, so I just didn't go. I think we didn't go because we have this identity of somebody who just doesn't really win because no one told us we're special. No one saw our greatness. But when I look at you, I see this energy and this light. I'm trying to not smile so much because we're having a serious conversation, but every time you smile, I want to smile. You have like this infectious energy about you, this very serious interview, but like you have this beautiful spirit about you.
Thank you.
And I want you to embrace that. I want you to work on your identity because you're never going to get more out of life than your identity. And the good news, in this day and age today, there's a lot of tools that could help you. So I'm going to make some recommendations to you. And this is for everybody who thinks they're lacking performance or motivation in their life. I don't think that you're lacking very much. I think we need to make some tweaks and some adjustments to help you with your change with some tools. Do you want what I think those tools are? Are you willing to implement the change if I give it to you?
Yes.
100%?
100%.
Okay. We're going to absolutely flip the script for you right now. Okay?